Inventiva and we are back with another episode of today's news headline. Middle-aged designers, abandoned towns and distant open country. What seems like the element for a blood and gore film could really be the formula, the ideal COVID period lodging. Since the 1990s, Italy has been spearheading a travel industry model known as albergo diffuso or dissipated inn. This includes introducing full lodging into different structure of to a great extent deserted town. The greater part of this extremely old towns has experienced eradication as occupants move to greater urban areas looking for work. The very issue that has enlivened numerous Italian towns to auction homes for close to nothing. Venturesome hoteliers have taken these apportioned towns and changed them into regularly rich facilities with visitors ready to remain in their own individual structure, however, then eat at an eatery or possibly visit a spa introduced in another piece of the town. As movement get back with the possibility of immunization, all things considered, numerous travelers will even now support convenience that offers the possibility of social separating, which is the place during the 1990s business visionary Daniel Kingler unearthed the archaic fortification town of Santo Stefano di Cessaneo in the focal Italian district of Abruzzo, where the Campo Imperator mountains are known as Little Tibet due to the perspectives. Kilgare, who experienced childhood in North Italy, landed nearly by some coincidence in the town. I had gotten lost on the earth streets that snake around the middle-aged palaces, he says. I had gone through years looking for places like this, where the scene had not been defiled. Having discovered the ideal spot, he at the point started to chip away at his vision. It was the initial phase in the production of Sextantio, a dissipated lodging brand that just as Santo Stefano di Cessaneo has an area in Matera, the southern Italian city cut into the strong stone. In Santo Stefano di Cessaneo, a town apparently solidified as expected, Sextantio offered picnics on top of the mountain with nearby pieces of bread, cheeses, wines, leafy foods, meat. The town itself actually looks like a customary setting with a bistro in square, local people making distinctive items and server who, after serving neighborhood luxuries, clarifies how he delivers them. Other albergo diffuso have followed a similar model. There are currently 150 dispersed inns opening up across Italy in the wake of the pandemic's staggering effect on Italy's travel industry economy, which speaks to 13% of the nation's GDP. These are probably going to assume an indispensable part in resuscitating the area, with more conventional lodgings actually confronting difficulties and adjusting to the COVID-19 period. The albergo diffuso model's capacity to address the issue of COVID-19 period vacationers without the requirement for critical changes was as of late featured in a paper distributed by Canadian Centre of Science and Education. Recently, Abruzzo has authoritatively marked a COVID red zone, which means travelers are denied from entering the local. Tarashi says the lodging was facilitating visitors up until the new limitations were forced. Marisa Raghi, the proprietor of the El Vencio Convento Albergo Diffuso in the little town of Portico di Romagna in northern Italy's Emilia-Romagna district, is energetic while clarifying the present status of her business. Raghi and her significant other opened a cafe in her old neighborhood, yet it was in 2007 when they opened the Albergo Diffuso with the assistance of the maker of the dispersed inn idea. Gianse Dal Ara, that business was raised to the following stage as the network flourished. Different organizations opened up in the town, enlivened by accomplishments of the Albergo Diffuso. Andrea Ciaroca, a proprietor of the Residence 2 Palazzo, likewise in Santo Stefano di Cessaneo, says that her foundation figured out how to resist the descending pattern seen by customary inns during the current year's pinnacle season. Also, he says the future remaining path splendid. Another story down the path, Giovanni Carli and Giampiero Nobili wear covers each time they meet and demand standing 1 meter separated, notwithstanding the way that they have no neighbors and once in a while leave the confined town of Notusc. Situated in the region of Perugia in Umbria, mainstreamed with travelers, Notusc is over a rough canyon in the Nerina Valley at the height of 900 meters, making it amazingly difficult to reach. However, regardless of their far-off position, neither Kareli 82 or Nobili 74 feels shielded from the infection, which has killed almost 37,000 individuals in Italy. At the point when the pair meet for a coffee at Kareli's home, they sit at 2-meter long table and at each end, and they additionally try to keep up social removing during their normal strolls to an antiquated Roman stone well spring to gather crisp spring water. Kareli was brought into the world in the town, yet went through a lot of his time on earth making restored meads in Rome prior to getting back to live in his youth home after his retirement. Nobili, the sibling of Kareli's brother by marriage, additionally decided to dwell here during his nightfall years. In any case, he actually makes craftsman gems, clarifying that the plenitude of nature in the town, which is encircled by excellent backwoods, assists with moving his speciality. The same number of previous occupants ran away to Rome and different urban communities to look for some kind of employment following a progression of tremors in Italy. During the last part of the 90s, Kareli and Nobili have the town to themselves more often than not. Thank you.